If you're looking to improve the slides you're using for your next presentation, you've come to the right place. Let me give you some tips to create engaging slides. In the field of audio processing, there's a term known as signal-to-noise ratio. That term describes the quality of recorded sound. A higher signal-to-noise ratio means that there is more of a sound a listener wants to hear, such as a singer or a guitarist, and less of the sound that a listener doesn't want to hear, such as electrical hum from a guitar amp or a noise made by the recording equipment itself. The concept behind this term is applicable also to slides. If you seek to achieve the highest signal-to-noise ratio on your slides, you'll increase the good stuff and minimize the distracting stuff. The trick to increasing signal-to-noise ratio is to decrease the number of words on the slide. If a slide is excessively wordy, it's not a slide, it's a document. Documents should be handed out to the audience. Remember, a presentation is not a read-along. The presentation should focus on your delivery of the material and your connection with the audience, which won't happen if they're reading wordy slides. Some presenters advocate for what is known as the 1-7-7 rule. This rule states that there should be one main idea per slide, no more than 7 lines of text, and no more than 7 words per line.
While the 1-7-7 rule is commonly taught, and it might be a good place to start for folks looking to wean themselves off of excessively wordy slides, it's still just not good enough. Take a look at this slide. It conforms to the 1-7-7 rule, but it's not effective. There's too many words here.
The demonstration of the shortcomings of the so-called 1-7-7 rule should have you thinking, do slides really need bullet points? Well, lots of times they don't. We've all heard the saying that a picture is worth 1,000 words. It's true. And the best thing about it is that a picture can replace 1,000 words on a slide, keeping with our principle of avoiding wordy slides. Most presentation software makes it easy to insert pictures. However, the software always seems to force the user to insert a picture only as a part of the slide. This is the problem with most presentation software. It trades convenience for creativity. The software forces you to make slides that look like slides. But if you disregard the software's default settings, you can make slides that look like a window into another world, the world of your presentation.
As an example, here's a typical slide with the photograph in it. But look at what happens when we enlarge the photograph. It's much more compelling, isn't it? Don't be afraid to let your photographs fill the entire slide.
Another thing to experiment with is making the photos so big that they actually bleed off the screen. Let's start with this snoozer of a slide, and we'll see how photos can enhance the message.
I began with the original slide, and then I selected a photo of the Earth, which seemed relevant to a presentation on the effects of plastic debris on the environment. Then I enlarged the photo and moved it off to the side of the slide in PowerPoint. It looks like this in the PowerPoint, but in the final projected slide, it looks like this.
In an effort to simplify slides, don't be afraid to use more slides, but with less content.
Take a look at this first slide, which contains 2 pieces of data regarding marriage rates in the United States. This is a typical slide, and it's typically boring. But look at what happens when we break it up into 2 slides. Now each slide uses a photo that dominates the background and provides important context that the audience can feel and truly relate to. A combination of an impactful photo, one that's relevant to the message, with a few words and color, makes data memorable.
If you're looking for some additional help on slide design, I can't say enough good things about Gar Reynolds' book, Presentation Zen, and Nancy Duarte's book, Slideology. Check them out for some great information and suggestions for slide design. Thanks very much for watching. I hope this video will help you be outstanding in your next presentation. This is my last video of 2021. I'll be taking off a week, the first of 2022, and I'll be back here on January 10th to continue with my weekly videos. Happy New Year, everyone, and be sure to stay happy, my friends.